This spring, FourKites partnered with Retail Dive Studio ID to survey more than 200 global retail supply chain executives who oversee supply chain, logistics, and warehousing to learn how they are using their supply chain as a quick route to increase profitability. Today, we are joined by Glenn Kopke, Senior Vice President of Customer Success at FourKites, to talk about the findings. Welcome, Glenn. I'm so excited to be together with you again.
It's great to see you again, Sarah, as always, and happy summer.
Yes, you too, and to all of the audience that's listening right now. So let's get started. Why did FourKites conduct this survey?
Yeah, so I think, first off, it was when you think of COVID and what happened, retail was one of the industries that fared extremely well in a number of cases with grocery retail. And one of the things that we saw was a opportunity to understand what the pain points were and what the focus areas were of different companies in the retail segment. And so we wanted to understand how these companies have evolved and making sure that our products meet that evolution for the next phase of their growth and their supply chain maturity.
Absolutely. I mean, the growth that we've seen just in e-commerce, I mean, in some cases, it's gone up like 300%. And so how do you keep up with that? I mean, there's a lot of challenges that come with that. So let's dig into some of these findings. Why don't you share some of that with us?
Yeah, so the findings that we had with Retail Dive Studio ID is really three primary areas that were most pressing for retail supply chains today and over the last year. And so first was supply disruption, accounted for about 47% of the respondents, which makes sense, right? You think of the growth that's been had in select retail chains, making sure that you have the supply available is also key. And so that was really the second finding, which was 42% of respondents had product availability as a pressing issue. And then third was around on-time delivery to customers as well as their distribution network. And so, these three key factors are what has been, challenging this segment for the last year, but most especially now present day as we get in this post-COVID era.
Absolutely. And I mean, with all of the disruptions that we've seen in supply chain and especially in logistics, we've seen so many across the board. And so it doesn't surprise me that those numbers are so high. Did you find out a little bit more about keeping products in stock? Because I'm hearing a lot about, just in time versus just in case, and how do we figure out what the right solution is moving forward?
Yeah, so overall, the top two responses were around supply disruption and product availability. And that was cited, 15 to 20% more frequently than all the other areas. And so on-time delivery to customers being third highest, but in a retail setting that flows directly from suppliers and product availability. So it's all connected. And so, these are things that are a correlation to these key pressing matters
Mhm.
within the retail industry.